For centuries, science has assured us we know the true story of humanity, a linear journey from primitive ancestors to modern man. But what if the past isn't a straight line? What if the official timeline has gaping holes, deliberately or accidentally left unfilled? Today, we explore a theory so grand, so challenging, it threatens to rewrite every history book in existence. The existence of a race of colossal human beings, giants, who walked the earth long before us. To begin our investigation, we don't need to dig through ancient ruins or decode secret texts. We only need to look at a simple painting from the 18th century. This is View of the Arch of Constantine with the Colosseum by Italian master Canaletto. Notice the scale. The people painted here appear to be 2 or 3 times taller than people today, dwarfing the arch's base. Was Canaletto merely bad at perspective? Or did he record a forgotten truth, a history where giants were the architects and perhaps the inhabitants of our world?
The belief in giant humanoids isn't a modern conspiracy. It's woven into the very fabric of global mythology and ancient texts. Could every major civilization have independently invented the same story? Or are these shared tales echoes of a factual shared past? In the Abrahamic faiths, the book of Genesis speaks of the Nephilim, the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, often translated as giants or fallen ones. The descriptions suggest colossal beings who ruled the earth. Across the ocean, Greek mythology is saturated with the stories of the Titans, beings of immense size who are older and larger than the Olympian gods. And if you go even further to the North American continents, numerous Native American tribes, especially in the Midwest, share persistent legends of tall, pale-skinned, often aggressive giants. The famous story of the Saite-Ka in Nevada describes giants with reddish hair who were ultimately hunted down and eliminated by the Paiute people. The sheer volume and consistency of these global accounts make the mainstream dismissal of the subject difficult to accept.
Beyond the myths, there are persistent, though often controversial, claims of physical evidence. Researchers point to thousands of newspaper articles and local historical society records from the 19th and early 20th centuries detailing skeletons between 7 and 12 feet tall, or 2.1 to 3.6 meters, found across the American continent. This leads us to the most famous claim in giant research, the Smithsonian conspiracy. It is alleged that the prestigious Smithsonian Institution systematically collected and destroyed or suppressed thousands of these oversized human skeletons found in burial mounds across the U.S., specifically in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Why? The theory suggests the Smithsonian was protecting the established Darwinian timeline of human evolution, which leaves no room for such colossal human beings existing so recently. If these finds were authenticated, it would shatter the current scientific model. While the original bones are often missing or dismissed as hoaxes, the sheer volume of independent historical accounts suggests something extraordinary was being discovered and perhaps intentionally forgotten.
Let's reconsider the scale problem, which the Arch of Constantine painting first highlighted. If giants built or inhabited our world, the structures they left behind should reflect their size, and indeed they do. Consider the site of Baalbek in Lebanon. The Temple of Jupiter contains the famous trilithon, 3 enormous stone blocks weighing over 800 tons each. To put that into perspective, moving just one of those blocks would challenge most modern heavy-duty cranes. Who possessed the technology or the sheer physical size to quarry and place these massive stones with such precision thousands of years ago? Then there is Pumapunku in Bolivia, known for its incredibly complex interlocking H-blocks carved from hard andesite. The precision of the cuts is almost microscopic, and the sheer size of the largest blocks suggests they were handled by beings far larger and stronger than us. The conventional explanation involves complex ramps, log rolling, and thousands of human workers struggling for decades. The hidden truth explanation offers a simpler perspective. Maybe the effort wasn't so enormous for the beings who built them.
Of course, the mainstream has counter-arguments to all these claims, and for a balanced view, we must look at them. Concerning the art, critics argue that 18th century painters like Canaletto used artistic license to purposely exaggerate figures, a technique called repoussage, making the grand buildings look even bigger and more majestic. The figures are simply decorative tools. Regarding the bone evidence, standard archaeology correctly points out that many 19th century giant discoveries were indeed proven hoaxes, fueled by rivalry and media hype. And for the megalithic architecture, engineers demonstrate how massive stones could have been moved using complex ramps, human effort, and water manipulation, just on a massive scale. Is the giant theory a romantic fantasy that ignores the complexity of ancient engineering? Or is the scientific community ignoring the mounting cultural and historical evidence to protect and establish narrative?
The mystery remains. Were the giants, the Nephilim, the Titans, the colossal builders, real, flesh and blood people who existed during a forgotten epoch? Or are they merely stories, amplified by art like Canaletto's painting and mislabeled archaeological finds? We have the legends, the strange architecture, and the visual anomalies that challenge our perception of history. The question is, are you ready to believe what your eyes are telling you? What do you think happened to the giants? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to Unmasking Truth for more hidden truths.